I'm going to show how the gauge communicate with the PC. Okay, this is the gauge we're going to use. This is a MiniTest 730. Okay, this sensor is FN5, and then this gauge, you can see this is the on-off button. Alright, and then you can see side there got the infrared interface. Okay, this is the infrared interface which will communicate with the PC. Okay, and then going to allow this infrared to communicate with the PC, I need to use this dongle. Okay, this is the dongle which is ACTIR2002UL. This is the model number. Okay, this is the CD driver that I used to install the infrared adapter, and this is the USB port that consists MSoft 7 Professional Edition software, which is used to send the data transfer to the PC.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm going to install this. I'm going to plug in this dongle to this PC. So this dongle, actually here you can see this is the interface where it will can able to transfer the data from the gauge to this PC. Okay, so this is ACTIR2002UL. This is the model, and then I'm going to show you how the USB port is installed.
Okay.
Okay, this is the pop-up bubble. You can see it will written like this, and then to view whether this thing is already installed, this dongle is already installed, go to control panel, and then click as administrative tool, and then click on computer management, and then you can click on device manager. Okay, search for infrared device. This is the infrared device. Okay, you open, you can see it written MOS chip 7780. This indicates that the dongle is communicating right now. Okay, alright. So next I'm going to show how this dongle can able to communicate with the gauge. Before that, let me explain that if you want to install this dongle manually, you can right click on this device and then can update the driver. This is done manually if the infrared device is not installed. Okay, to install this IRCOMM2K driver, as I mentioned, we have to go through this URL. You click on this URL. Okay, this is the website that we can install the driver into our PC. This driver is free to be used, so any gauge or any dongle can be used this driver. Okay, install, click on this IRCOM2K driver. It is downloaded. Open in a folder. Right click, extract the file to the desktop. Okay, extract the file to the desktop. Click OK button, and then it will appear in a folder. Then we install it. Click on this. open the setup and click this install button and continue installing this IR communication toolkit setup into our PC. This allow this dongle and able to communicate with the gauge. Okay, next I'm going to show how to install this MSoft 7. This software is installed to allow this gauge to communicate with the PC. So to allow the gauge communicate with the PC, we need to install this MSoft 7. This MSoft 7 able to transfer the data from the gauge to the PC. Now I'm going to install it. Okay, after connect the USB port, go to my computer and open the software and then install the software. Right click, open. So okay, welcome. Okay, now you can able to install the software. Follow the step that given. After complete installation, it will indicate that the software already installed. So click finish. Okay, after installation is complete, go back and open this Microsoft Portable and then click on this software. This is MSoft 7 Professional Edition. Okay, this is how the software looks. This is the file, edit, view and help. Click on help and you can view to the manual to further details regarding this software. To view further details regarding this software, you can click on help and view the details. And then this one is the Gauge Explorer. This part is the File Explorer. This one is Preview and this is the Quick Info. Now I'm going to show how the gauge able to transfer the data to this PC. Okay, this gauge you need to turn on. This is the on button. Once you have turned on, you click the dongle. This is the dongle that is right now able to communicate with this gauge. So you have to put this gauge and this dongle align and properly, not too far or too near to the gauge. So once you align with the infrared interface, this is the interface. Okay, this is the interface of the infrared. So if you align this both interface, it able to communicate and detect the gauge. If the gauge is detected, it will appear at Gauge Explorer. So right now, to allow this Gauge Explorer to detect this gauge and this dongle able to transfer the data, we need to refresh. Click on the refresh button. Before clicking the refresh button, we have to view the file. Go to the setting. Okay, go to the interface. We have to choose the type of interface we're going to use. Got automatic detection, got RS232 and infrared adapter. Now we're going to use automatic detection if we are not sure which one we're going to use, what kind of interface we are using. Okay, then click automatic detection, click OK button. Put the gauge align with the infrared with the doggle. Now the gauge is aligned with the doggle, and you will receive the sound. The sound indicates that the infrared device is able to detect the gauge. If it detected the gauge, it will appear on Gauge Explorer. This is Gauge Explorer, and this is the gauge that it detected, and it transferred the data to this software. It will appear at this Gauge Explorer, MiniTest 730. When you click on this MiniTest 730, it appears the number of batches in this gauge is used. So here now contain 9 batch, and the one not in use is the batch which is not in use already cross marked, so that it is indicate that this batch is clear. The batch in use is 00, 02, 04 and 05. Okay, to transfer this MiniTest 730 data to this software, you have to click on this batch 00 for example, and then this is the download button, this is the quick info, this is the delete button, and this one is the new batch. If you require to open another batch, you can click on the new batch. So this is the Gauge Explorer. When it detect the gauge, it will appear at Gauge Explorer, and then this is the File Explorer. We can transfer this 00 batch file to the File Explorer by clicking this download button. Before clicking this download button, we select the type of batch we're going to transfer. For example, 00, click download. Okay, now the file is downloaded to 00 batch, is transferred to the File Explorer. Then you click on this 00 batch, we can view the program, the data that we have measured. For example, this is the data that we have measured using the probe. So this is the probe that we use to measure the metal, non-ferrous or ferrous, and then the measurement that you have taken is already transferred, already stored in this gauge, and from this gauge we transfer the data to the software, the PC software, which is MSoft, and then we can view the software in our PC. So to view the overview data, you click on this overview. You can view the batch. The batch is the batch name. You can change the batch name according to suitable data. And then the user, you can write your username. And then the creation date, this is the creation date, the modification date. You can view this, the date of the device already done. And then this is the system data, the detail of this gauge. So the detail of this gauge is already transferred to this PC, and then we can view this graph. This is the histogram graph, and then this is overview data. Next, I'm going to click on the statistic. This statistic is distribution of the reading, the limits of the reading, upper limit, lower limit, the statistic, the process capability, the batch parameter, and extreme value. We can view the data that we have recorded within the limit. Okay, at this reading, you can view this note, this column, written note. Here we can write extra or additional information regarding this reading. If the reading is bad, you can indicate here bad or error. And then next, the histogram. This one we view the reading in a diagram form. So it will be number of readings and the micrometer. So it's a bar form of diagram, which the dot and the line can be seen. The key of the dot and the line can be seen at the below to understand what is the dot and the line meaning. And then next is the trend diagram. This trend diagram, to view the diagram more detailedly, and same goes to this diagram, we can view the reading, the dot and the line meaning can be viewed at the detailed meaning of this dot and the line can be viewed at the below. And then next, picture. We can add on pictures if we wanted. For example, this is the picture. Add on according to the type of device you're taking the reading. And then additional notes or text that you want to write down for your view. Next, I'm going to show how to this example data to be transferred in Excel form, in PDF document, or in a text document. So we can transfer this data which is downloaded from the gauge, and then we can view the data in Excel document, PDF document, and text document. Okay, click on the type of device, type of batch, click on the type of batch, and then click on PDF document. The file is extract into PDF document, and we can save this document into our PC. Okay, once the file is saved, go to the document, start, go to my document, okay, this is the save file where you can view in document, view in a PDF form. This is arranged document in PDF format. You can directly print this document from PDF. Just click on the printer. You can print this document.